Hello, everyone. This is David Zublik with the America Talks radio program with a presidential debate post-mortem. If any of you watched the debate last night, and I'm sure that most of you did, they estimated an audience of over 100 million people watched Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump duke it out last night on live TV, carried by most of the cable news channels, and it was quite an event. Lester Holt doing his best to make it easy for Hillary Clinton to appear to be the winner, tossing up, for the most part, softball questions without follow-ups and hardball questions to Donald Trump with multiple follow-ups. Of course, his tax returns came up, and of course, his answer was that basically it was a good thing that he got out of paying as many federal income taxes as possible. Some look at that as a bad thing, but he did it within the bounds of the law. He said we use the law to our advantage, which I believe most Americans do. Of course, Hillary Clinton wants to tax, she claims, the upper 1% of the rich, which also always happens to end up including the middle class as well, and to send those tax dollars to keep federally funded programs and people on the dole. Donald Trump would have none of that. He's a businessman looking to create jobs. Despite the fact that most of the media are saying that Donald Trump missed some grand opportunities to go after Hillary, which he did. Let's be fair, he did. The media, although declaring Hillary Clinton the winner of the first debate, does not reflect the will of the public, who seem to, according to all the online polls from everything from Time magazine to the Drudge Report to even something as liberal as Slate magazine, are saying that Donald Trump won the debate. I happen to be in the camp that says it was kind of like a draw. I think that Hillary sounded more eloquent and Donald Trump sounded more off the cuff, but a lot of people seem to find Donald Trump more believable because he speaks his mind and doesn't have pre-programmed answers. You have to remember that Hillary was sequestered basically for a week and a half prior to the debate with plenty of time to be fed answers. Oh, and speaking of being fed answers last night, did you see the pictures emerging on the internet of a bulge in the back of Hillary's jacket of her pantsuit that shows some sort of a box or something with a wire that appears to be going up to, well, up the pantsuit. And then there's a little picture of her with an earpiece in there. Remember, she got caught with an earpiece a few weeks ago, back on September the 7th, I believe it was, during another speech in which apparently she was being fed responses. Was she being fed responses last night? Is that the reason that Hillary sounded so damned eloquent last night? Because people were giving her the answers. Or, if that was not what was happening, is there something more sinister going on? Is it perhaps the fact that what she was wearing was some sort of a medical device, which was giving her medication of some sort, or some sort of a TENS device or something which is preventing her from going into an epileptic seizure? Either way, something was going on with Hillary last night. This is not the stuff of conspiracies. It happens to be a fact. Nonetheless, the press, the mainstream media, is saying that Hillary won the debate. The people in polls are saying that Trump won the debate. I'm not going to go so far as to say Trump won the debate. I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm not an idiot. I think that he could have done a lot better. I think he did miss some opportunities. Ron, one of my listeners, says it was a bladder bag. Well, you never know. It could be. Or maybe a colostomy bag, for all we know. And I don't wish her any ill health. I've said this before on the radio show, and I'll say it again. I don't wish her any ill health. I want her to lose the election, but I don't wish her any bad health problems. But nonetheless, something was going on there last night. In the meantime, there are still two more debates left, one of which will be a town hall type format, in which I think Donald Trump, if he takes advantage of that, will actually shine even more than he was able to last night. Now, he did pull punches with regarding Hillary's comment that he was a sexist. He said later in an interview with Sean Hannity that he would have had an opportunity to bring up Bill Clinton's many mistresses, but that because Chelsea Clinton was sitting in the front row of the audience. Trump did not want to go there. I give him respect for that. I give him props for that. I think that was a good thing. He could have done that. Perhaps in a future debate, he will not be so easy on Hillary. He did score some excellent points with regard to the emails that Hillary deleted. She was asking him why he didn't release his taxes, or at least Lester Holt did. And then he said, well, I'll release my tax returns against the advice of my attorneys when Hillary tells us what happens to those 33,000 deleted emails. And of course she comes, well, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have used a personal server. I was wrong about that. And he goes, it wasn't a mistake. You've got people taking the Fifth Amendment, saying they're not going to talk about what happened to the email. If it's a mistake, you have no need to take the Fifth Amendment. And another thing, one of my listeners, again, Ron, is pointing out about the Democrat-controlled cities, the inner cities, Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, crime, New York City. Under Rudy Giuliani, crime actually went down. Under, de Blasio, things are completely out of control. You've seen what happened in Chicago, thousands of murders, thousands of gun-related episodes there. And it's all because Democrat-controlled cities keep people poor, and the policies that they have are getting them into situations where they're turning to violence as a solution to their problems. So that was a good point that he made as well. So this is my postmortem on the debate. Kind of a draw, only in that Trump could have gone further. Hillary, I believe, was coached either through some sort of a microphone or something. She looked well, but she could have been medicated. God only knows. But she appeared so eloquent and so perfect, and even a little smug at times, that now, with this picture of the bag on the back of her box on the back of her pantsuit and the inside, and or a mic earpiece, maybe she was being fed her answers. We'll find out. The next debate will be coming along shortly. In the meantime, it's back to the campaign trail for Trump and maybe back to the hospital bed for Hillary Clinton. This is David Zublik with the America Talks radio program. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it. We'll do it again.